Can the door call the Tones phone in the background again? I think it would be funny. Hee hee ha ha.
Hee hee ha.
Yes, I think I can make that happen.
Sure. Hold on, I got a call.
The magic of radio. All right. Okay. I gotta get rid of that one. All right. You ready?
Yeah. Dear Dipsticks, I have epilepsy, and my fiance were having sex. In the middle of doing so, I had a seizure. Awesome. I assume he stopped to shock me. I have devised a device.
I'm reading this.
This is impossible to read. A device.
Dear Dipsticks, I have epilepsy, and me and my fiance were having sex. In the middle of doing so, I had a seizure. I assume he stopped to shock me. I have a device in my neck that basically resets me. You have to swipe a magnet over my chest. It's called a VNS. My question to you is, if you were having sex and your lady started to seize, would you stop or would you just keep going? Of course you keep going. That's stupid.
Keep going. Why?
Like all that extra vibration, it would be like you put a quarter in her and she just.
No, it's leaving out very, very important details. She's having a seizure. Did you already come? Because if you didn't, you will keep going. Right. The question is basically, say you're having sex with your wife and you didn't come. Do you keep having sex? Yes, of course. Yes. The answer is yes.
Is there truly now? Okay, she's not watching, right? Your wife's not watching.
Of course not.
Is there, what level of medical emergency would it take for you to stop? Like, let's say that you are, you're getting to that point of no return. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like 4 more strokes and then you don't have to worry about anything.
So
like, what if her head falls off?
No, we're good. Anything that does not involve her herself.
Okay. So then seizure, you'd probably stop.
No, I'm keeping going unless she shits herself. Did you think it was backwards? I was going to stop unless she shits herself.
No, I'm saying the chances of her shitting herself drastically increase if she's having a seizure.
Oh,
like a seizure is essentially just your body's way of trying to evacuate its bowels.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like you really wanted to taste somebody's wallet or something.
Only Jews have seizures.
I've always heard you're supposed to put your wallet in somebody's mouth if they're having a seizure.
Have you ever heard of somebody having a magnetic reset button?
No. It's pretty awesome, though.
I wish they all did. Like if they just start yapping at you, you can just swipe a magnet over their neck and they reset.
What happened? You had a seizure.
Well, I see that grass isn't still much.
She goes to the doctor to get that thing checked. You've been reset like 30 times this month.
Dear Flabby, I'm 24 years old and have had a vasectomy. Everyone thinks I'm crazy for doing it, but I don't want kids and I love to cream pie. Is everyone wrong in thinking I did it too early, or have I done something I should have not have done yet?
I didn't think that most doctors would do it. Like, I thought it was like a big deal. Most doctors ethically wouldn't do that if you didn't already have kids and if you're young. There's
ethically,
some kind of
they can kiss my ass. Who are they to tell me that I can't cut my nuts? I'll do it myself. F them. Give me a clothes hanger. Pre-abortion.
Doing a pre-abortion on myself. So, obviously we probably have different views on this. Of course you fucked up. You're 24.
Oh.
You don't know what you want.
You do. Your brain's not soft anymore. You're allowed to join the military and kill people. You should be allowed to get a vasectomy.
I'm not saying you shouldn't be allowed. He asked if he made a mistake.
Quit trying to take his rights away from him.
No, nobody's trying to take nobody's rights away. Calm it down there, killer.
There's nobody that can decide if he made a mistake except for him. He's the only one.
Right. But he made a mistake. I'm allowed to have my opinion. He made a mistake. You can look at somebody and say, well, that was a mistake. Like you can look at somebody's actions and say, that was a mistake.
No.
You're telling me that when somebody does something, somebody else can't look at the situation and say, that was a mistake.
I can tell you that if you are watching somebody who does something that has zero effect on you or anybody else, it's not a mistake. It's just that person's choice. It's not whether it's a mistake or the right thing. It's that person's choice. Like if he pulled into oncoming traffic while he was getting his vasectomy, then you could say, yo, that was a mistake.
But because you happen to agree with it, I can't say it was a mistake.
You can say that you wouldn't get a vasectomy at 24 years old, or you wouldn't advise anybody else does it, but this guy did it and he's happy with the choice. So it's not a mistake.
If your premise is flawed. If he was happy with the choice, he wouldn't be writing into two dumbass podcasters asking if he made a mistake. He's obviously thinking about it. I'm not saying he regrets it or not, but it's obviously something that he's thinking about and kicking around in his mind. I believe, in my opinion, that he made a mistake. Maybe I'm wrong. Who fucking knows? And if I think he made a mistake, who gives a fuck? I'm not him. It doesn't affect me.
He's the one that wrote and asked your opinion.
Well, I'm giving it to him. You fucked up.
You didn't fuck
fucked up.
You're fine.
Yeah, you're probably fine. You still fucked up.
Hey, lard ass and butter bean shake farts. When did you two lose your virginity and where? Thanks. Poop scoop with sprinkles on top.
When and where?
I can answer it for you. You lost yours on your wedding night.
And where? In my butt. Yours is probably way more interesting, I'm sure. It was probably fucking 3 chicks from the bar and 6 dudes that you met, and fucking it's probably way more interesting. Your sexcapades are always so much more interesting than mine. Mine was boring.
This is no different. So yeah. Okay. So there's 2 ways to tell the story.
All right.
And this is a true story.
All right.
So it was my brother's wedding reception. It was on a picnic table and it was 2 girls. And it's not like in the movies where, you know, the young teenage boy filled with angst, you know, like there was no me putting my hand on my hip and pumping for glory or anything. It was just like scared the whole time. I was just scared. Like, this is dark and wet and I want to go to the other one. Well, it's also dark and wet.
Were you thinking which one of these girls is going to get pregnant?
Yeah, it wasn't. So it wasn't a good time. Like, it just wasn't a good time. But afterwards, when I called my friend of mine to brag about it, you would have thought that I was just fucking through the night into the early morning, you know, like, oh, fuck, I tore into them too.
I tore into them. They probably don't even remember it.
I promise you, I know one of them adamantly denied it at school the next day.
Oh shit. That always makes it better. No, I promise. Oh my God.
Well, you go.
It was just me and my wife. It was regular. There's no story. It was just regular. I got nothing. It's boring.
Tell me slow. How did it go?
Well, there was a picnic table and there was two girls.
Whatever. That's fine. If you don't want to share, just say you don't want to share.
There's nothing to share.
Where was it at?
My parents' basement.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
I lived with my parents in their basement.
Okay, was there a movie playing? Set the scene. I'll close my eyes. Tell me slow.
I don't think there was a movie playing. No.
There's no way. I know you. You're not this fucking boring. If you don't want to talk about it.
I don't.
Like, is she on the other side of the camera saying, you better not fucking talk about this?
You don't fucking talk about it. This is fucking private.
How quickly did you come?
Like immediately, right now.
I already did twice.
I'm not even 100% sure I made it all the way in.